Ladies and gentlemen, I am adjusting my seat. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. We are in Raven Rock, or very near to Raven Rock, catching what I guess passes for a sunset out here in Solstheim. Yeah. Praise the Nine Divines. We have finally received word from Rallis, so we're all going to be off to Kilbjorn Barrow, basically. So, a few changes. Well, one major change in that I completely uninstalled and reinstalled my entire installation, and I've modded it using Mod Organizer this time instead of Nexus Mod Manager. I kind of finally lost my patience and could not figure out why the other install was causing me so many problems, so I just redid it from the ground up. It hasn't fixed all my crashing woes, it hasn't. I will say that right now. While I adjust my recording HUD, there we go, that'll do. It hasn't fixed all my crashing problems, I will say that right away. But it has significantly reduced the frequency of them. Indeed, while I was playing as Claudius the whole time, waiting for Alice, I didn't have a single crash, and with the other test characters I've made, they seem to very rarely crash, and quite often in very specific circumstances. So yeah, I'm hoping for the best. I'm not hoping for miracles, but I'm hoping it will at least make the game a bit more playable and a little less unstable and ridiculous. I have rebuilt my installation completely. There aren't any real changes thus far, other than I now have iNeed installed instead of Realistic Needs and Diseases. Main reason being just because iNeed is more recently updated. Speaking of which, I need a drink. Where's my food? I mean, water, even. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't actually have any water skins because I couldn't find any anywhere. How irritating. Well, I guess I can have some mead, which does not make my screen go all berserk and colourful and blurry when I drink, which is nice with iNeed, I have to admit. Apparently I need some more. There we go. We're good now. I can also go for much longer without food and water with iNeed before negative effects start to happen. It's a much more lenient mod and a lot less tripling than Realistic Needs and Diseases was in general, and I think I quite like it. The little icon at the bottom right of the screen you saw is a part of the mod as well, which I quite like. So, oh look, I think there's a couple of mages having a duel. Should we just wait it out? Wilson. Oh yeah, Wilson's got new textures along with a lot of other things, because one of the nice features of Mod Organizer is that you can change the load order not only of your plugins, but also your what do you call it? Your BSA files, your textures, your meshes, all that sort of thing. So I've now been able to load the aMidianBorn Dragonborn pack of textures and retextures and things without breaking the game, basically, which was causing me crashes, specifically in Raven Rock Mine, for example, when I had it enabled previously. Ugh, what are they doing? So yeah, that's pretty sweet. A few textures will have changed here and there. You probably can't see it because it's kind of dark, but Claudius's ebony armor looks a bit different. I'm using the black and sort of gold ebony texture, which I quite like. I hadn't seen it until I reinstalled it earlier, but I quite like it because it looks a lot like the ebony armor in Oblivion and particularly Morrowind, and since we're in Morrowind technically right now, I felt it was appropriate. And it makes me look a little bit less, especially when I've got my when I've got this on, it makes me look a little bit less like, you know, the Witch King of Angmar, and a little more heroic, I guess, with a bit of gold in there, I don't know. Fuck me. Could you please quiet down? Thank you. I'm gonna deal with you in a minute, trust me. Plus it actually matches the mask a bit better, because the mask actually, if you can see, it has bronzish, goldish tints on it as well. So, yeah, it looks pretty badass, I think. I'm going to keep it on for now, I think, actually, going up against those guys. Or maybe not. I don't know. I love it, though. I think it looks particularly badass. Let's just put my circlet back on. There we go. So yeah, I've got my dwarven bow again, because when I installed the latest version of the crossbow reload mod, for some reason it just got rid of my crossbow. It's gone. It's just disappeared. I swear to God, I did not melt it down this time. It's just disappeared. So for now, until I can make another one, I'm just using the short bow, which is fine. It does the job. Right, you little. As you can see, it gets the job done. One of the other nice side effects of having all my BSAs and textures sorted in the right sort of order is that we don't have so many glitches with invisible stuff. Like we don't have invisible hats and invisible Dwemer things and that sort of stuff. I found another one of those tribunal masks earlier, for example, and well, I was just travelling between Thirsk and here because I came back to here to do some smithing and stuff in my player home. I've found, for example, that the tribunal masks are not invisible and bugged anymore. They're displaying as intended. I might even have one of them on me still. I'm not sure. Or did I dump it? I've got a face cover. I have. I've got that, which I picked up just because I don't know. But yeah, no, I found it. It kind of looked like an Ordinator mask. It was pretty badass, actually. I liked it. But I don't have it with me, evidently. Whatever, never mind. But anyway, that works now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's the moon phase? There was a message that came up. Oh my, Claudius, you're in trouble now, mate. The blood moon is rising indeed. Well, this is awkward. I'm not sure if this has happened to us yet in the LP. I don't think it has. But wow, I can barely see anything. But yeah, we're getting involuntary werewolf transformation because it's a full moon. Oh boy. It doesn't look like a full moon to me, but whatever. Game says it's full moon. It's a full moon. Yeah, there we go. Oh dear. I probably should have stayed at home, shouldn't we, Wilson? You haven't seen this side to me yet. It's like you're just a robot. Really. Otherwise you might have a few objections. Yeah, so basically other than that, no real mod changes. I've just updated a bunch of the mods I already had. I followed the proper update procedures for them before you ask. Here we go, yeah. There we go, yeah. So yeah, including ELFX, and including the ELFX, we're going to need night vision. Including the ELFX weather package, oh bless, he's still following me. Including the ELFX weather package, which completely changes the in-game lighting system outdoors as well as indoors now, which is pretty sweet. It really does. Like I've barely even using the Imaginator anymore. I've got most of its settings disabled just because the game, and to be honest with you, the Ashland at dusk is probably not the best place to demonstrate it, but it really does make the game look awesome. By a huge degree. It really does improve it a lot. Anyone home? Ah, Reavers. Jolly good. One of the side effects of it is also that it has darker nights, which is jolly good. Because I was saying about how I was thinking of getting some darker nights, but it includes it by default, which is fine because, well, you know, it just means I need to use night vision when I'm outside at night, which is, you know, what it's kind of there for, really. It was a bit ludicrously bright, I found, at night. Ooh, werewolves can swim. Honestly. Yeah, I mean, sure, yeah, you have starlight and moonlight and the aurora Borealis and that sort of thing, but it still shouldn't look like everything's floodlit like it was before. And the mod takes that into account anyway. If it's a cloudy night, then it gets very dark. If it's not a cloudy night and there are stars out and moons and the Aurora Borealis and stuff, it is much brighter. So it's honestly, it's a really great mod from what I've tried it out so far. It's almost, you know, it's like having an ENB almost in some cases, except obviously it's not an ENB. But anyway, yeah. Full mod list will be... let's not go that way, because Colbjorn Barrow's that way. Full mod list will hopefully be in the description if I remember to update it. For now, it's basically the same as I said, except for a few updated things and a few little bits changed here and there. You know, if the stability I've been enjoying while I was testing it continues, then I may look into getting more mods for Chapter 6. Which I have been testing out as well with a different character, because one of the great things about Mod Organizer is you can install completely separate mods for separate characters without affecting the other ones. Hello, Ash dudes. I thought you might be here. Should have really put on my ring, shouldn't I? My badass ring of badass werewolfery. But I forget what it's called. Ring of the Hunt or something, I guess. Knock, knock. Anyone home? This is General Carrick's lair, isn't it? Well, I suppose I could have picked up that hammer while I was here. Except I think his corpse has disappeared. And I can't really pick things up in werewolf form, you know, but hey. How do I... Ah, that's how you get the infravision or whatever you want to call it. Oh god, can I not open this? I guess not. I say, chaps, could you possibly open this door for me? No? Yeah, right behind here. Come on, open the door so I can kill you. Oh, fine. Oh, hello. Oh! They did open the... No, they didn't open the door. It's just... Wilson making noises and making me... Yeah, come up out of your fucking ash. What the hell? He's fallen through the world. There we go, now he's back. That's weird, you wouldn't normally see that, I guess. But because of the Predator vision, I can see him falling through the world, and there he is. Some of the general glitchiness is never going to be solved, honestly. A lot of that is going to be due down to the save game, and a lot of it's going to be down to the fact that Skyrim is just a fucking weird game, and it does that sort of thing. Even when I was playing it completely vanilla. When I just got Skyrim reinstalled, I started a vanilla character. Even then it was doing weird shit, so... you know. Is that Freya on the loading screen? Oh, I almost forgot about Freya. Well, she didn't want to come with us, so did she? So, well, we're going to be stuck like this all night as well. This isn't going to wear off in like 5 minutes like it normally would. Which does rather present a bit of a problem. I think I'm better off with Predator vision, aren't I, really? So yeah. I should probably go find a hole to crawl into and wait out the night, I suppose. Hello, exploding spiders. I needn't have gone into werewolf form all that time ago. Ah, good stuff, Wilson. You're killing the spiders too. Yeah, I needn't have gone into werewolf form earlier. If you bunch of episodes ago if I'd known that the moon was going to turn and I'd have to do it regardless of whether I wanted to or not. Come on then, Spriggan. Let's see what you got. I could feed on a Spriggan. Apparently so. Om nom nom, tree bark, om nom. Well, you know, dogs like their sticks, I suppose. Oh, things! Mages! You know, I really should probably save in case I get horribly killed while in werewolf form. It's not like it never happens. Hello, Pyromancer. Nom nom nom. Pyromancers and cryomancers, yum yum. Alright, I sound like I'm not taking this terribly seriously, and to be honest with you, it did kind of hit me out of the blue, but it's a little bit odd trying to roleplay a werewolf in werewolf form, if I'm honest with you guys. By the way, you know, I'm not showing up. As highlighted in my predator vision, there we go. Beast vision, whatever you want to call it. Soggy doggy. I guess what would we do in werewolf form? Would we completely lose control and just run around killing things and hunting? Or would we... I don't know. Perhaps we should seek out the guys over at the place that I forget the name of, the little cave with the other werewolf peoples. Near the Altar of Thrond. I think maybe we'd be smart enough to try and avoid settlements, at the very least, even if we've given in to our animal side. Involuntarily, because this is different from when we're voluntarily transforming. You know, this is a totally involuntary lunar transformation, so I don't know whether that would be different. You know, would I be less in control, if you see what I mean? Ooh, that's Thirsk. We don't want to go there. The other question is, does an NPC know it's you when you charge around in werewolf form in front of them, then leave, and then come back later as a human? Oh my god, no! No, I do not want to fight a dragon in werewolf form. That is literally the worst idea ever. Run away. I will go and hide in Kagramez if I have to, dragon. I'm not kidding. I can't fly as fast. I can't run as fast as you fly, but I can run pretty damn fast. And I have a lot of endurance. Stamina, or whatever you want to call it. I think he's buggering off. Right, jolly good. Fucking dragon. Trying to kill me in werewolf form. Fucking hell. Cheeky bastard. So, see, it's not too dark at the minute. Precisely because we've got the Aurora Borealis, but trust me, if it's a cloudy night in somewhere that isn't covered in snow, it gets very dark. To the point where you pretty much have to use night vision, which I like. It's the way it should be, you know. I haven't used a lot of weather mods in the past. I think I used Climates of Tamriel. This might be the place, you know. I think I used Climates of Tamriel for a while. And then I've not used one for ages, and now I'm using this ELFX one, which is a very recent mod, and it, honest to God, you'll see what I mean when it... fucking dragons, man. He was probably 2 kilometers away, and he still managed to call down that airstrike. At least I can go back to... Right, yeah, we can go back to here, and just avoid the dragon entirely this time. Too powerful for Howl of Terror? How dare you? I shall eat your heart for that. I mean, I was going to anyway, but... Mages. Well, let's go this way instead then. In fact, fuck that. Let's go even further over this way just so we completely and utterly avoid even the remotest possibility of awakening that dragon. Because I just do not want to go there. Even in human form, I'd be a little bit worried about taking on a dragon, but in werewolf form, where I literally have no way of fighting back against it when it's airborne, screw that. Not to mention I'm a lot squishier in werewolf form, and I have no elemental resistance either. So we'll just keep wandering. See what we find. Ooh, ash hunters. Ash hunter is too powerful for Howl of Terror. See, this is what I mean about werewolves being shit. Everything is too powerful. Let's kill these ash hoppers. Werewolf perk progress increased. Hey. So eating animals does increase it a little bit. That's good to know. Marksmanship increase, what? Okay. Where the hell even are we at the moment? I think Mirax Temple's up there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this is ill-timed, this whole werewolf thing, but I guess we'll just have to deal with it. Problem is, it's not going to go away after tonight. It's going to be a full moon for like the next couple of nights, I think, so, you know. I really should have just stayed at home. I thought to myself, I had a decision to make at the start of this before I started recording. I was like, 6 PM, do I just go back to the house and sleep, and then go in the morning, or do I just go now? And I thought, fuck it, we'll just go now. And that turned out to be a terrible, terrible mistake, I guess. It's somewhere around here, I'm sure of it. Here we are. Hello, folks.
Welcome, brother.
Hello, everybody.
What is it, pup?
Pup. Pup, she says. Alright, well, let's crawl up next to this fire, as dogs are wont to do. And, well, we can't sleep, but we'll wait. We've had our hunt for the night. When would it stop, I wonder? Probably 5 AM, 6 AM, something like that. So, let's just do that. Not quite long enough. Come on, sun's out. Let's get... yeah, there we go. I have my stuff back now. Please, game. Please re-equip my things. There we go, thank you. Fucking laggy scripts, but never mind. Ah, well, good morning, all. We are absolutely knackered by the looks of things. And pretty hungry, too. Mild thirst. Will to survive. Having an ally nearby reinvigorates your spirit, granting you 5% exposure resistance. Yes! Frostfall has been updated. One of the interesting side effects of Frostfall being updated is that, you know, there's now a rescue system for if you freeze to death in the wild. There's a chance that you will either be rescued by a follower, or a random person wandering by, and they'll find you and they'll take you to wherever, you know. Could be halfway across Skyrim, could be the nearest settlement, whatever. But basically, freezing to death in the wilderness is no longer a death sentence, essentially. There's still a chance you might survive it, which is pretty cool. So I don't have to I don't have to worry about too much about being in horrible positions like I was with having to burn those books before. Which wasn't so bad, I guess. It's just if I can't find any books, then I'm really screwed. So anyway, let's have some ashfire mead. Let's have some cooked boar meat and some bread. Still a little hungry. Okay, what else we got? Honey! That's a breakfasty thing to eat. We're going to have honey sandwiches with pork. Gee, that sounds quite nice. There we go. I'm sorted. We're not even tired anymore for some interesting reason. Maybe just the drink and the food helped with that a bit. So yeah, we haven't slept all night, and yet we're still capable of adventuring. Which, you know... Well, at the very least, we haven't slept all night, but we're at least, you know, still capable of, you know... Well, you know, we're functioning still, whereas if this was realistic needs and diseases, we'd be fucking crippled right now. So, yeah, I have to admit, it's not as intrusive as realistic needs and diseases is, and that's why I quite like I Need, so... yeah, well then... Bloody hell. Alright then. Iron arrows, really, game? I should just drop those, really. Just go away. Be gone with you. Elven, at the very least. Have we got any Orcish? Yes, we have. Lots of them. Right, let's have that then. Okay. We better get going to Call Beyond Barrow. And I'll continue to avoid that dragon, which I technically don't know is there. Goodness me. Anyway, yeah, so... Well, weather could be better, but it still looks nice, I guess. That's the thing I've noticed about the ELFX weather add-on. Almost no matter what the weather is, and... Good God, this texture's a bit weird. Oh, there we go. It's popped in, finally. Good God, what was that about? One of the things I've noticed with ELFX weather is that no matter what the weather is, whether it's chucking it down raining or it's really bright and sunny, the game sort of looks awesome anyway. I posted a few screenshots up on Twitter and people are asking me, like, are you using an ENB? And I'm like, no, dude, just using the latest version of ELFX. It's such a good mod. Hello. Oh, excellent. Reavers. Who else, eh? Anyone else? Anyone? No? Good, okay. Is this ash blowing around here right now? I think it is. Right. Food. Also one of the cool things about I Need is that it removes the salt requirement for making food. What you need is meat and a cooking pot, and you can make your food, which, you know, removes a little bit of a headache from the game, I must admit. Did they restock the chest? No, not really. Useless bunch of bandits then, aren't you? You can, at the very least, you can restock your sodding chest. Alright then, let's keep going south. This way. Harumph. Well, anyway. I promise I'll shut up about the mod stuff now. Not another word, honest, unless something important comes up. Because I'm aware that I've been nattering on about it a little excessively, but, you know, I can't help it. I've kind of rebuilt the entire goddamn installation, guys. I felt like I ought to update you on it a little. Because the game not only looks quite different from when I last played it, but it hopefully plays a bit better as well. So, right. Somewhere around here, we'll start seeing tents any minute now. What the hell? That is the "you have discovered something" music. I don't know what I've discovered. I'm thirsty again. Good grief. We still will get some negative effects from drinking alcohol. Mostly as a result of both Frostfall and some limited negative effects from I Need, but it's nowhere near as ridiculous as it was in Realistic Needs and Diseases. I won't be falling over all over the place and, you know, tumbling downstairs embarrassingly and things like that, and I won't have double vision after drinking just like 2 bottles of ale. So I want the need to eat and sleep and stuff to be there, but I don't want it to intrude too much, which is what I think this mod's good at. Anyway, I said I would shut up about mods, didn't I? So I will... Oh dear. What did the note say? You're needed. Full stop. Yeah, I think I was needed about a day ago by the looks of things. Good grief, now what's he done? He's nowhere in sight either. Tell you what, if it's dead, it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.